Amazon, or how you can just put a bail on it to put them and change them into necklaces, earrings, pendants, whatever you. Here, it's not going to look nice because it's thicker than this pyramid, for example. I hope it's not easy to show you really how well it goes. You see that? It's not nice because it's showing on each part. And here it's exactly the same problem. That's the only place where I could put my veil, but I don't want this to be facing people. I think it's kind of aggressive. That's just my point of view. You may not agree. But if you have something like this, which is a square, that would look nice. And because I have something in here, you're not going to see it, okay? Not even from the sides. You're not going to see it from the front. So this is what I would do, for example, on this one. But you need to think about something else. And I've already done here a sample. I didn't want to glue it directly because I just wanted to show you. So I put a little bit of tape here to show you what is going to happen if you do this. And I need to put this back there. Okay. If you put your bail on the back like I just showed you, when you're going to hang it, it's going to tilt. Let me see. How can I show you this better? This is where it should look like. Okay, just flat. But when you're going to put your necklace on, your wire or your cord, whatever, it's going to tilt. It's not going to stay like this. It's going to go like that. It's going to bend a little bit towards, it's going to fall down like it was falling down. So it's not going to be as straight as you want. So I ruin a little bit your project. So think about it before. That's really important. That's the best advice I would give you.
Relapsing MS isn't the only thing I have going on. That's why my doctor and I chose Kesimpta. Kesimpta is different. It's the only B-cell treatment for RMS I can take at home once a month. Kesimpta was proven superior at reducing the rate of relapses, active lesions, and slowing disability progression versus Aubagio. For me, a once-monthly treatment just works for my schedule.
Don't take Kesimpta if you have hepatitis B, and tell your doctor if you have had it, as it could come back. Kesimpta can cause serious side effects, including infections. While no cases of PML were reported in RMS clinical trials, it could happen. Tell your doctor if you had or plan to have vaccines, or if you are or plan to become pregnant. Kesimpta may cause a decrease in some types of antibodies. The most common side effects are upper respiratory tract infection, headache, and injection reactions.
When I'm ready, I spend less than 1 minute a month taking Kesimpta. How I spend the rest of my time is up to me.
Ask your doctor about treating RMS with Kesimpta.
In this project here, I am just going to drill a hole on top. It's not a biggie. Here, I could put a bail on the back. A small one would suffice, and you wouldn't see it too much. At least for me, it wouldn't be a very big problem. Let me see. You almost don't see it, right? So I would do this. Now, how to drill? Very easy. And there are other tools out there you can use to drill. I already have that one, and I use it a lot in my craft room. So let me take this one again because it's really not nice, so I don't care about doing anything wrong. You just need to put your driller here as parallel to your project. Don't put it crooked because otherwise you're going to make a hole crooked. Okay, this is not what you want. So you put it straight there, and I will have to do it because I want you to see. I will have to do it this way, or I will do it this way because otherwise you won't be able to see what I'm doing if I cover it up with my hands. So I'm going to go a bit closer again, and I'm going to start the machine, so it's going to make some noise. And concerning this tip is one of the finest I could find. It's about 1/16 of an inch. So ask for the smallest you can find because it perfectly fits these little hooks. And these little hooks, you can find them everywhere. Okay, so, and if it's bigger, it's a little bit bigger. Don't worry, with your glue it will be fine. So what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to be going maybe a little crooked, but I just want to show you how it's going to look like. So I'm going to drill here. And oh, one more thing, really important. When you drill or when you sand it down, I would really highly recommend wearing a mask because you're going to have powder everywhere. And also some glasses. These are very old glasses, but I like these because it protects the eyes from, it's closed on all sides. There are some little tiny holes. Oh, I'm totally out of focus. So I was talking about these glasses because you've got tiny holes here, but though these are holes, it still protects you from the dust. You don't want to have this in your eyes because it is resin. And you don't want to breathe it either, okay? So that's very important. And if there are children looking at this video, please don't do this by yourself. Ask an adult to do it for you because it can be really dangerous. You can hurt yourself. Okay, so I'm going to start here. How can I put it? I'm going to try this way. As you saw, I moved a little bit in the beginning because that's not the perfect angle where you can do it. So you need to be really flat. Put this, don't do it like I did. It's just for the video. And put it straight. Okay, if you want to put some gloves to protect your fingers, please do it. And I'm going to do it a little bit more. Okay, not much. Don't go too far. You don't need to, but look at that. I've done my second hole here. And you can see it, right? It's just there. So you will see it. Even if your screw's not in there, you're going to see this white stuff. You could maybe put it under a little bit of water. You know, it can go in water. It's not a problem. And maybe clean this up a little bit. But anyway, you will see your screw in there because of the color. It's not translucent, so you will see it. So this is why I was saying just be careful and think about it. See the dust? Think about what you're going to do, maybe even before doing it. So then I'm going to take a little bit of, I'm going to see first, I'm going to put my screw in here, and I'm going to use my flat nose pliers to see how far I can go. And if the hole is deep enough, it seems to be okay. So now I'm going to undrill it. It's always better to do this first. I'm going to dip this in my glue. You can't see, but you can imagine what it is. Let me put this on camera so you can see the whole process. And my glue is getting really thick there. So I'm putting a little bit of this glue here. I'm dipping the end of my screw into the glue.
Hi, excuse me, miss, hello. What if I told you I could get you some money right now?
I wouldn't believe you.
Okay, let's get out your phone, download the app called Bridget. Alright, they're gonna give you up to $250 in under 2 minutes with no credit check or interest.
Oh my gosh, I got it. Hi, my name's Cassandra and Bridget just showed me the money.
My name is Keyshawn. I've been using Kickoff for about 8 months now. My credit score went up by 150.
Solid than this, especially the A. You'll notice the B is a lot more fluid than the A. Oh wow, nearly exactly 4 ounces, crikey. Never done that before. Always wipe the lids if you're ready, and make sure you always put the lid back on the A and the lid back on the B properly. Don't mix them up, or else they can cure. Right, so I'm going to hit the tear button again. This is only like £5 off eBay. It's crazy. So again, I'm going to put 4 ounces. Ooh, crikey. Of B in. That is runny. Wow, it works. It helps with bubbles as well. You don't get as many bubbles when it's warming.
bubbles up. It is cute even with the bubbles, so it's entirely up to you if you want how much time you want to spend trying to debubble these. Another thing you could do would be to take a hair dryer, not a hot gun, a heat gun, but a hair dryer, and just kind of warm it up ever so slightly. Because once it's in the mold, if you accidentally start to flash cure it to some level because of the heat, since it's already in the mold, the damage would be very minimal, if at all. So let's pour the rest of our resin into the jar part. I'll get my little hair dryer and do that to it on the lid. Does work a little bit, so this is inside. And it is important to make sure these molds it's a thick syrup at this point. So what I want to do is get some of my gold beads. Just get the hot pink. And just put a couple inside here. Now, typically, these pearl beads sink right to the bottom inside resin, so if I were to put these in, they would just sink straight to the bottom of whatever it is. So, like, they would all have gone into the screw part of this jar. So, I'm gonna put these in now, just as a little accent. And in a little bit, I will mix up some more resin for our next layer, just to give this a little bit more time to
Jelly caramel squares makes life a bite better.
Okay, we are back. It's been about 2 hours since I originally poured, so I think it'll make a lovely pink. I'm trying to stir it fairly slow so that I don't create more bubbles in the resin. And so that does make it take a little bit longer. And there will be little chunks of color in there, so you have to be patient and just make sure it gets stirred. The resin feels warm because I stirred it up about 30 minutes ago and then let it sit.